From the local station, the morning show starts now.
You never think it can happen in your community. An 18-year-old rushes into a Buffalo grocery store on a deadly rampage.
People are sad. Buffalo's a city of good neighbors, and we are a good community.
This was pure evil. It was straight up racially motivated hate crime.
The senseless act that was live streamed from a teen not even from the area.
Canceled party. That is part of the repercussions and steps to mitigate violence in Milwaukee. The scene unfolding outside a basketball game that has the area on edge.
Good morning. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We now want to take a look at today's weather. We know a lot of people will be hitting the beach today, of course.
That's right. And we've already seen a lot of pictures of our sunrise this morning and the sunshine. And meteorologist Danielle Giuliano is joining us now. Danielle, Mother Nature is really on our side today, but she's turning up the heat.
Oh yeah, she's really going to crank up the heat here. You can see there looking over downtown some clouds. Some of you seeing some cloud cover a little further inland, clearing skies a little bit along our coastline this morning, but sunshine will continue to break its way through. Here's a Snapjacks photo sent in to us this morning, and it was from Atlantic Beach, Florida. It says Atlantic Beach Intracoastal there, and this was sent in from Ed, so thank you, Ed. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the reflection of the clouds on the water there. Absolutely beautiful. Again, that live look over downtown, a few clouds, yes, but some blue sky mixed in there so far this morning. 75 degrees in Jacksonville Beach, Arlington 74, Jacksonville Airport 72, Orange Park, you're at 74 degrees this morning. Good morning. Brunswick, Georgia 70, Blackshear 71, Homerville, you're at 72 degrees. Fargo 68 and Folkston 70. Keystone Heights 72, Lake City 70, Alachua 69, Hawthorne, you're coming in at 70 degrees, 72 in Palatka and 73 in St. Augustine. Winds calm in most spots like Palatka, Cecil, Craig Airport, but a light 5 miles per hour out of the east-southeast there at Jacksonville Beach. We are going to warm things up above average today into the upper 80s through this afternoon and also increase those rain chances as you head through dinner time. We'll be tracking those sea breeze showers and storms and let you know when they're going to develop and who's going to see the most rainfall coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Danielle. An 18-year-old is sitting in jail this morning in Buffalo, New York. He's accused of shooting up a grocery store in broad daylight.
Police say Peyton Gendron drove 3.5 hours to live stream the rampage. He faced a judge hours after surrendering to police. The FBI says it is investigating the situation as a hate crime and an act of racially motivated violent extremism. New York's governor says this violence has to stop.
My sincere hope that this individual, this white supremacist, who just perpetrated a hate crime on an innocent community, will spend the rest of his days behind bars.
This was a scene at the Top supermarket. Police say he shot 4 people in the parking lot before entering the store. He then shot the security guard, a retired Buffalo police officer, before running through the store.
In total, 13 people were shot, including 4 workers, and 10 people died. 11 of the victims were black and 2 were white. Authorities say within minutes they arrived on scene. Gendron appeared to pull the gun on himself before ultimately surrendering. Witnesses describe what he was wearing.
I seen a guy in a full army suit just shooting shots at people, and I seen a security guard running the store, and then I seen the guy go in army style, bent over, just shooting at people.
Police say they are searching his home. The governor added the gun appeared to be legally purchased but had been illegally modified.
The president overnight released a statement saying in part, the First Lady and I are praying for the victims and their families. Hate must have no safe harbor. We must do everything in our power to end hate-fueled domestic terrorism. Utah police are trying to find out why a teenager went on a stabbing spree.
Investigators say the 18-year-old used the popular dating app Tinder. Jeremy Harris shows us where he was headed next.
It's hard to imagine a more peaceful place than the creekside campgrounds of Mueller Park. But it's also hard to imagine a more disturbing tale than what happened right here.
Both horrible crimes.
Police say an 18-year-old woman came here with a man she met on Tinder. She was expecting a date, but police allege 18-year-old Kane Fairbank had something else in mind.
We believe that this individual, Mr. Fairbank, had a plan.
Cops say he lured the woman to kill her. At some point during the date, Fairbank pulled out a knife, stabbed her repeatedly, then chased her down the trail as she ran for help. She made it down to this campsite, and police say he backed off and ran to his car. As bystanders gave first aid to the victim here at the park, police say the suspect drove his car to the Common Sense gas station, then walked away on foot, apparently looking for another victim.
The second stabbing happened right here to the gates of a wedding venue in West Bountiful. The neighbors here tell me this area is sometimes used for overflow parking, and they think the victim was a guest at that wedding.
The victim fought back but was stabbed repeatedly. A bystander followed Fairbank to this bar where cops say he held him until police arrived.
We were very thankful to that person. That person's definitely a hero.
Investigators say Fairbank told them in an interview he wanted to kill the vulnerable and planned to kill his own family with a pickaxe, then continue to meet people on social media and kill them.
Both victims in this case were active defenders of their own life. They took active steps to prevent the assault from furthering.
That was Jeremy Harris reporting. Fairbank, who just turned 18, is being held without bond. The victims are expected to survive. Tinder users are allowed to run criminal background checks on their potential dates. The app launched a feature earlier this year. Executives hope this will end domestic and sexual violence. According to the National Crime Agency, women between the ages of 20 and 29 are most likely to be assaulted after meeting an offender on a dating app. But women under 20 now account for 22% of survivors. That's up 12% 7 years ago. Well, male survivors under 20 has also increased during that same time frame. NCA recommends meeting someone when you feel ready and always in a public place.
The Milwaukee Bucks basketball team has canceled today's watch party. It comes just days after 3 separate shootings outside the arena sent thousands scattering. Police have 11 people in custody, and all 22 victims are expected to survive. Witnesses say they heard more than 40 shots ring out just blocks from the stadium. Today's watch party for the Game 7 matchup for the Bucks has now been called off. The Milwaukee mayor says it would have likely drawn well over 10,000 people. He has also set a curfew for anyone under the age of 21. Last year, Milwaukee saw 193 murders, with 180 that were gun-related. And this year, the city is on pace to see even worse numbers. NTSB says a private flight instructor was teaching a student how to fly when they crashed last month in Georgia. The 2 died when it went down near the General Mills manufacturing plant in Covington. According to the report, the 2 were practicing touch-and-go landing operations when the plane went down. Multiple witnesses say they saw the plane make a hard right banking turn before spiraling. It then crashed in a lot of full semis, exploding on impact. Crews are still working to identify the pilot.
Providing a safe and stable home, Specialized Foster Homes giving kids a fighting chance.
These parents are helping others process their trauma, the need for more adults to get required training. And check out today's fan of the day. This is Gene Dunham. He looks like he's going fishing. Well, thank you so much, Gene, for watching. We appreciate you. If you want to be tomorrow's fan of the day, just be a News4JAX insider, and we're collecting submissions on Snapchat.
We have to tell you, Gene, we absolutely love the hat.
Yep.
Love it.
It looks good, Gene.